Outriders, it will permanently brand cheaters once the game is released in full, which I believe is happening very shortly. So basically, Outriders is a new game from Square Enix. It looks to be very similar to like a Borderlands style game. You can squad up with your friends and go and get weapons and loot and stuff like that in a kind of an open world environment with a quest structure.
Oh, okay.
I like games like that. But the news is that Outriders will permanently brand players who cheat with a shameful on-screen watermark, is what this article from PC Gamer says. Basically, if you are a cheater, you will it's a discreet but visible watermark that will never go away. So people will always know if they want to check that you were a cheater. You can't. This effectively stops you from ever being able to brag about your builds, your characters, anything that you've put time into in the game.
Even if you stop cheating.
Even if you stop cheating. So you can't do it once. Not once. It will never, ever go away. And I kind of like this zero tolerance policy for cheating in games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with online games. This isn't even a versus one, although who knows, there might be some PvP that I'm unaware of. But yeah, you want everyone to be on the same page. And as they mentioned in this article, it's true. Yeah, people who cheat their way to these crazy builds, it definitely isn't fun for online players to have someone drop in and then go, laser blast or nuke, all the enemies in a, in a map or in a level, and you don't do anything. So this also prevents you from being able to do normal matchmaking.
Okay.
And you will not be able to matchmake with legit players. You will have to play with other people who have cheated, which means that getting a game going can take forever.
So I'm actually looking at this. So this is kind of like a Destiny sort of game?
It looks like a Destiny
RPG elements.
I think it looks closer to Borderlands to me, but yeah, something along those lines.
Never got into those type of games. So this, actually looking at it, this officially comes out, I guess, April 1st. So before we recorded this, it comes out after we record this segment. So I like that they're letting people know up front before it's out everywhere. I guess it's in beta release right now that this is coming.
Yeah, I think it was like an open beta or something like that. Basically, they said, and they put that watermark on cheaters from the beta as well.
So people are already cheating in the beta? Holy shit!
But they are giving out. There's a loophole out. Basically, you have to delete everything from your profile. You have to delete all the characters, all the items that you would have gotten during the beta. So basically, your work in the beta will not transfer over to the main game. People who played in the open beta, they'll be able to take their items and stuff with them into the main game when it launches.
That boggles my mind that people will be cheating in an open beta. Like that, that's so weird.
As they say,
I mean, it's weird in general, but in an open beta, people want to cheat.
Yeah,
just to figure out the game and see if it works or not properly, and test it, feel for it.
They address this. People Can Fly also issued a warning to beta cheaters who'd like to get back on their good side before the full game launches. If you cheated during the demo just to try it out but wish to get into the main game unbranded, you must delete all characters and items on your entire account in order to wipe the slate clean. I think that's fair, and I think they're really giving the benefit of the doubt here, but I think if you were going to cheat during the beta, would be maybe an acceptable place to do it. If you want to see how the game plays at a higher level or something, fine. Maybe they're not trying to get something over on them.
They want to get it more advanced, get the items.
They want to see what the game looks like, at a later state. Okay, fine. I still think people are just cheating to cheat.
Of course. So according to them, it's 200 cheaters identified out of 2 million total. That's 0.01%. With Pat math there. And then they're confident it won't grow by much when Outriders launches. And then this is how they define cheating. Intentionally running the game on PC without easy anti-cheat, EAC, because it's the proprietary anti-cheat, which comes probably bundled with it. Modifying game files to enhance a character. I see. Like you go into the configuration, give yourself stuff. Yeah. Externally modifying game time to reduce time-dependent features such as vendors and challenges. Oh, that's interesting. Using a trainer programmer similar to gain advantage within the game. And then using gameplay altering programs such as aimbots or wall hacks.
Yeah, this is great. I want to see more games do it. The idea of cheater hells has been done before. That's what they called in this article when cheaters can only match up with other cheaters. There are other games that do it. Apex Legends famously does it. I think we maybe even discussed it briefly on the podcast. I think one of the Call of Duties, one of the more modern Call of Duties does it. So basically, if you cheat, well, your punishment is you have to deal with people just like you. And I think that's very just and appropriate.
So again, if you say, well, you're not, this isn't player versus player, it's not a big deal, you're still altering the game experience and making it weird, and it's not the way the game was intended to be played, to get that much of a cheat. Someone had an example in the article here, this author, about when they were playing, let's see, they were playing a game. What happened? Playing Borderlands. I had a similar experience in Borderlands when a rando player joined my game, dropped a crazy modded laser rifle that dealt 1 billion damage, and then left my life forever. The laser rifle totally broke the game, but whatever, I had fun. So someone gave him this awesome, it's called him the laser rifle angel. Dropped the weapon, but then the game is basically cheated at that point.
Right.
You can just blow through everyone, and that's the point. You're upsetting the balance of the game, and you're ruining the entire experience. And people might not want to play it anymore. Maybe the fun of it is having your squad mates slowly level up and get through this. But now you got people coming in that are beasts. That makes everything simple. Why am I even playing the game? There's no challenge anymore.
Sure.
That's really the point. But it's interesting now we're in that point where you have these totally co-op games where you got to worry about it as well. Because I wouldn't have thought about that. I wouldn't have thought about cheating in a game. I always thought about cheating just player versus player.
Right.
To get an advantage. All right, anything else to add here?
No.
You're going to pick up Outriders?
I mean, I wasn't really aware of it until this article came out, and no, I'll probably be well occupied with Monster Hunter for a long time. But I do like games like these, what they call looter shooters. I like the idea.
Looter shooters?
Looter shooters.
We got boomer shooters and looter shooters.
I like the idea of looter shooters. I have dabbled in them before. I've played a little Destiny. I played a bunch of the First Division. I played a lot of Borderlands 1 and a little bit of 2. I like the idea. It's fun.